Hey, Marlon. Hey, Michael. Josh. My OC looks like I have no idea about anything in that sentence, except it's from Josh. And hey, Phoenix. Dolly's here. Morning, beautiful friends. Peace and blessings, beautiful souls. Peace and blessings to you. Cat's here. Cat says, let's go, Yogi. Let's go. Cat says hello to Dolly. How are you guys? Cat, how's your day going? Marlon, how are you? Any news? Job? Car? Everything okay? Michael, how's the book going? Dolly, how are you? Josh says, who needs kids? Yogi 25. I think I'm just taken out of context. Hey, Songahan. I was just over at our friend Mom Dog 72. Boy, what a warm welcome I got when I showed up. I hope I can do the same when people come in. So many great. Yes, Ron Howard, how are you? Sissy says hello again. Hey, Sissy. He says, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you too. Hey, Bud Files. I think there's a certain art to live streaming. Regardless. I'm this close to saying irregardless, which is a non-word word I absolutely love. Kat says, my day is good. I was told I could leave early. Oh, well, on Saturday. Excellent. So I'm just sitting here trying to remember what I need from Walmart. Let's see. Kat, I'm thinking you probably need lentils. You probably need rice and potatoes. What else do you need? Probably need apples, right? Hey, Paul. Such is here. Hey, Fitness Hutch. You you got some changes coming up, right? How's that like career wise again? How's that going to be reflected on your channel, or is it? Josh says, "Mom dog apparently busts people's balls." Man, she gave me like a celebrity welcome. I was impressed with myself the way she welcomed me in. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I I don't deserve that. Sissy says, irregardless had to grow on me. Yeah, irregardless, it's still a good word. I wrote a poem about irregardless. I don't know if I can find it or not. What else does cat need? Oh, cat needs chicken and rice. Cat says lentils, rice, potatoes. Hmm. Hmm. So how's this? Oh, here we go. I can still keep my channel at the moment. I'm just not allowed to have a business because of conflict of interest. Got you. I would, Paul, I'd really miss your channel. Let's see. Shirono? Did I get that right? Said hi with a wave. Hi, Anna. Anna, thanks for being there for the workout today. That was my first time doing it that way without taking any rest. Kat says he was working out with Dan. Leo says, I know Kat. She's always hanging out with Yogi. I prefer to think of it as I'm always hanging out with Kat. Shirono? Am I getting that right? Shirona? Shirona. It's even better. Shirona. If I keep saying it, I'll stumble upon the correct way. The key is repetition. She says, hi, host. How are you? And it's to Sharona. Sharona. Now it's starting to flow. What a pretty name. Michael says, how's it going? Yogi, good. Michael, how are you? Cat waves at cat, or Sharona says, hi to Cat and Jack. Song of Hand, how are you doing? Anna says, you're always so welcome, Yogi. Hey, how'd your second part of the workout go? Sharona says, a long time ago, host. How long ago? Um, Sharona says on her description, let's explore Kenya, Africa, and beyond. I will be bringing to you, I remember your description. I will be bringing to you nature, videos, travel, lifestyle, wildlife villages in Africa, and cooking. Let's mod you up. If you would like to connect to anyone here. Hey, Kayla. Kayla, how are you? And it says it went very well. Thank you, Yogi. You're welcome, Anna. Hey, Lucy. So we will do some breath work, almost guaranteed. Kat, do you want to do breath work before you go into Walmart? I know if I was going into Walmart, I would need to do breath work before I go in. Uh, Sharona says, thank you, host. Hey, am I saying your name right, Sharona? You're welcome, by the way. Lee, how's your weekend going? You guys going swimming? Lucy says, so how about that crazy guy going nuts at me? Yeah, that's not right, Lucy. Can you believe that? He was making threats, like playing with my lifeless body. You may even want to consider reporting that. I generally don't think, reporting is like always in order, but if anything that has anything to do with a lifeless body is definitely worth reporting. You have a romantic interest in someone, using the word lifeless body is probably not the best approach to getting someone to like you. Cass Afner says, let's do it. Let's do box breathing, guys. The fact that he did treat you so often, it's like so awful. That's a cutoff. Yeah, Sissy says, yikes. Those are sever ties, all possible ties. Look for those warning words. I'm not saying that he is anything or anyone, but he's definitely not worth your time. Hey, Adam. He deserves zero chance. Lucy, I don't know if you ever heard me take a hard line on anyone before, but when they use phrases like that, don't give them the time of day. Sissy says, girl, I would have reported it. I think it is definitely worth reporting. All right, guys, let's do some breath work. For those who participate, we're going to do the box breathing. We don't do that too often. It's a very valuable breath. I demonstrated it on my members channel yesterday, and we might do up to 10 rounds. It's a very, very powerful breath. One of the most powerful. It lowers the heart rate. It puts you very much into that parasympathetic state, which is that rest and digest. What was the word that we picked? What was the phrase that we picked, Kat? Um, and it's actually a wonderful breath to do before you meditate because we use a hand motion to seal off the nose very lightly. It actually becomes a mindful practice, becomes a meditation in and of itself. So, for those who are going to participate, for those who aren't going to participate, I'll be out of the chat for about 3 minutes. For those who will, if you could close your eyes and notice the breath. all we're going to do right now. Just notice the breath. Notice the breath at the tip of the nose as the breath goes in and as the breath goes out. In through the nose, out through the nose. Nice and relaxed. Every out breath, your arms get heavier. Your shoulders get heavier. Everything is sinking downwards towards the ground in a very relaxed and fluid manner. Breathing in. We're going to breathe in for the count of 4. We're going to hold for count of 4. Exhale for 4. And then hold again that external retention for count of 4. We're going to use the Vishnu Mudra, the ring finger, pinky finger out, the middle finger, the index finger pull back, the thumb up, almost like a hang 10. The thumb is for the right side. 2 fingers are for the left. We're not squeezing. We're very gently sealing the nose. Triggers the relaxation response or the readiness response. Breathing in. I will guide you through it on the count of 3. We'll begin with the first breath. 1, 2, 3, and breathe in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose for 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Seal the nose for 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose for 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. And in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose for 2, 4. And hold once more for 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Seal that nose for 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Our last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold for 2, 3, 4, and surrender the breath. Just sit. If there is a meditation practice that you'd like to do, if you have a mantra, it's a perfect time. Just sit. 2-minute meditation. Think the mantra. If you don't have your own mantra, think the word Ram, R-A-M, Ram, just for the vibration. Think it. Don't concentrate. For 2 minutes. Think the word Ram and let it go. Other thoughts will come. Don't worry about thoughts. Don't worry about losing track. Just come back to the word Ram. You're thinking it without rhythm, without purpose, without cadence. Just think. Ram. Think of it as it comes to you. Ram. And when you're ready, release the mantra. Open your eyes, and I'll see you in the chat. Hey, T. T, I got your message. Give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. Hey, Dan. Dan, how are you? I'm back. Kat says that was great, Yogi. Thank you. You're welcome. We don't need to. We don't always need to separate. We don't ever, if we don't want to, our breath work from our meditation. Use the breath work to slide right into that meditation. It's a beautiful experience. That's how they do it in the Art of Living, which is also a mantra-based um, meditation practice. I'm trying to think of his name in the Art of Living. Anyway, they claim that it supercharges, and it really does. Dan says, "How's the bell work? The bell work is going well. I tell you, I'm training kettlebell triathlon, which is the 3 different events that they use in kettlebell sport, but you do them all together. So at least once a day, when we do our breath work, I'd like to introduce the mantra." And it says, "Thank you so much, Yogi. Feel calm and at peace." So for those who are interested, that is how you do a mantra meditation. You think it, you think the mantra without concentrating, without effort. You will lose track of it often. Don't worry about it. It's part of meditation. The thing is, notice, and eventually you will. You'll notice that you're losing track and that you come back. Meditation is the art of returning. If you would like to learn how to use a personal meditation or a personal mantra, I'm happy to teach you. I'm looking forward to teaching Adam. Got to figure out how to do it. Whatnot did not work out for some reason. What happened? Let's say whatnot. I guess it has been whatnot because it has not worked. How was your workout, Dan? Sissy says, I feel great. Great. Like a tiger. Awesome. Yeah, I'm happy I came back to the kettlebell stand. I like the high rep body weight stuff, but honestly, I think eventually it has its limits. All right. Kat, I will try to reach out before the evening live stream. Dan says, was good, man. 200 seals, 2 rounds for Nemo. Wow. Dumbbells with Leo. You guys are killing it. Lisa says, sorry you're going through this, Bumblebee. Wishing you a fast recovery. Josh says, I have no idea what Josh said. Gee, I hope this ends up being a short hospital stay for you. Oh, and that's basically what T said. Hopefully it's not 11 weeks like last year. I remember. All right. Kat, are you in Walmart now? I don't think the last time I was in Walmart. I might have to make a trip with one. I might end up paying half of a smart TV for my brother so that so we can drop cable TV entirely. He says, Yogi got me through the 11 weeks. I was just being a friend. Kat says, yes. Hey, Kat, do me a favor. Tell the Walmart greeter I said hi, please. You just go up and say, Yogi says hi. This, there's a weird yogi guy in Maryland that really wants to say hi to you, or at least wants you to know that he's thinking about you. He says, Tina, where is I'm here? Adam says, I'm going to join Facebook. Awesome, Adam. Hey, you can get the app for Facebook Messenger, and you don't necessarily have to have Facebook on your phone. I don't have it on my phone, so it's not taking up any space. Kat says, no greeter, too early. Oh, I didn't. I thought it was as soon as they opened, they had a greeter. That might be my dream job. I thought it was going to be maybe uh, doing the Instacart, putting groceries with a little blessing. Walmart greeter, though, just saying hi to everyone. Is there a better job in the world than saying hi to someone, getting paid for it? Can you imagine getting paid to say hi to someone? Says I am friendly with most of the greeters. She says, Kat, have a good shift. She's done. Hey guys, if you were not here last night, Adam, Percolated Fish, came up and sang "Why Don't We Do It on the Road." That was a highlight, and Jace rocked out an awesome song. Sons of Leon. I don't remember the song. He says, Yogi, we don't have greeters, but security for the thieving. Wow, 20K. Almost. 18.6 is still pretty awesome. Hey, Abigail. Dan says, I got a new neck for a guitar I'm working on. Still need to do body work and get a new pickup for it. Hey Dan, you ever think about doing shorts uh with your guitar work? Like not just playing, but like working on the guitars? I think that'd be really interesting. I'd love to see that more of that side of you. You know, we get to see the intensity that you work out. Uh, but that other side of Dan, poor man's guitar. This is the short. It got 18.6. Awesome. Abigail says amazing. Your foot's doing amazing. That's awesome. He says, oh, what's not fun? If they have to help, if there's a shoplifter being stopped, I help. Could it be paying for it? Like I figure if someone's shoplifting, they really need it. So if I were to say, let them go and you can take it out of my paycheck, is that considered helping? He says, Abigail, have you had steak today? Cat says, so they are multi-trained. Michael drops the link for a short. Thank you, Michael. Dan says, yeah, I need to do shorts and long video. Been thinking about that too. Yeah, you got a lot to offer, Dan. He says, a poor man with his guitar in his garage. Just a poor man playing guitar in his garage? Just a poor man playing guitar in his basement? He says, T, sorry, I should have thought, has Jace been to see you? I will check it out, Michael. Raccoon versus, oh, wow. I see that deer wanted no part with that raccoon. Well, it came back for more. I think the deer just wanted to play. Michael, that's awesome. It's one of the best nature shorts I've ever seen. Well done. Awesome catch. He says, yeah, I remember kindergarten cop. Asteroid, Oregon, looked beautiful. I remember kindergarten cop. I don't know who that is, though. Dishwasher is my other dream job, Adam. The most peaceful job in the kitchen is dishwasher. Leave me, I've done every freaking job in kitchen. I've done quite a few as well, including a head line cook. Dan says, Paul from Oregon works on guitars. I really don't know what I'm doing, but we'll try. You know what? I didn't see anything from Paul in a really long time. And then I noticed the other day, he left a comment on a video. He's been doing shorts, and I've been missing them. So hopefully they'll start showing back up. I'd like to see David Whitten put out some more stuff too, Dan. He says, Lee, no, I'm not expecting him to. but I had a speech problem as it's neurological condition. Hopefully, now I slept after a day and a half. I keep my speech. He is with skits today. It's not a tumor. I can't do it in my Arnold speak. Hey, Billy Bob. Billy Bob says hello. Hello, Yogi. Hello, Billy Bob. Josh says, guess what? What's Josh? What, Josh? Billy Bob says hello to everyone. Adam says, whoever Yogi, food prep is a peaceful job, and you can bless every vegetable that you diced. That's true. I was a food prep in a Greek restaurant, Greek carryout restaurant, for a number of years. It was peaceful. I had my own little space. I made the baklava. I folded I forget they were called, the spinach pies. I like this. I like the simplicity of washing dishes, though. Dirty dish, clean dish. That's okay, Rosie. Rosie says, sorry I fell asleep yesterday. I didn't even know now. Didn't even know how. So if you remember, Rosie, I said, let's say hi now so you could go to sleep. So you actually did exactly what I was hoping. It's funny, though, that you say you fell asleep yesterday when it was actually my today. And so was my today. Dan says, yeah, Paul knows what he's doing, gave me a few tips. Nice. Always like Paul. He's a good guy. Paul was one of the early people coming on my live streams, and we had awesome talks about all kinds of weird stuff. He's a big fan of Philip K. Dick, and it had been probably 20 years since I read Philip K. Dick, and he convinced me to reorder some of his books. Malice. I actually have the book that I reordered thanks to Paul on my shelf back there. He says, I've got Disney tea. I watched Pretty Woman the first time. It was okay. Once is enough. I agree. It wasn't a bad movie. It was good, but once is enough. I wouldn't need to watch it again. I don't know, as I've ever watched Julia Roberts' movie more than once. Probably not. It's only a handful of movies I've ever watched more than once. Groundhog Day being one. Kingpin. Kingpin's one of those movies. Whenever it's on, you know that you can like watch it wherever it happens to be. Dan says, thanks for popping in earlier, Cat. He says, Marlon, have you aligned and ready for fresh mackerel? Adam says, me too, Yogi. Basistico and Musaka. Couldn't pronounce the first one. I do remember Musaka. Was a lot of stirring. Yeah, I think it was 17 years old. I got the job because I was a long haired little deadhead, and they were going to have some kind of Christmas pageant at the mall center. They had everything set up, and for some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to go up to the microphone and say, I'd like to tell everyone about Texas radio and the Big Beat in my best Jim Morrison voice. Did not go over well. Mall security did not like that and escorted me out of the mall. However, the owner of the little Greek stand, it was called It's All Greek to Me, she was a hippie. She liked all the mall deadheads and was a big fan of Jim Morrison and the fact that I knew the words to Texas Radio and the Big Beat. So she hired me. Hey, is that out yet, Dan? Happy Gilmore 2? Adam says, Marlon, I like your channel. So I'm glad we did a breathwork early. I need to remember to do that earlier for people in case we get talking different subjects and I never circle on back to it. Hey, Josh, did you ever tell me, you said, guess what? Did I miss it? Rosie says, I hope you get better, B. And I really don't want to talk about that, B. T, you know Marlon. Yeah, but you were falling asleep for the night. You had been up, and I had gotten up. That was the difference. Yeah, Happy Gilmore. That's a good movie. I didn't see it when it first came out. I remember everyone loving it. I did see the Wedding Singer. That was pretty good. Oh, you already saw the second one, Josh? Is it already out on Netflix? He says, just a Fury, I see Happy Gilmore. I see number 2 out now. Thanks. Do you have Netflix, Kat? Kat says, ever seen Moulin Rouge? But I have seen Titanic. Thanks. I love Moulin Rouge. Oh, the Kat said that. Top 2 movies to rewatch. I have VHS. I don't have a VHS. I do have a VHS player. It's not hooked up. And I have Moulin Rouge. I also have the original Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge is, you know, I mentioned those little magic signposts, books, movies, TV shows that spring up to help re-enchant the magic of the world. Moulin Rouge is one of those movies for me. Absolutely loved it. In some ways, it is a great movie to rewatch. But in some ways, it's one of those movies that if you watch it only once, it like just stands so awesome in your memory. Confederacy of Dunces, wonderful book. The author couldn't get it published, got really depressed. He ended up ending his life. His mother found the book and was convinced. Well, she found the manuscript. It wasn't a book yet. Was convinced that it was um, something special, and it was. She couldn't get anyone to take a look at it. She finally there was a published college professor, had ties to the publishing world, and she begged him and begged him and begged him. He felt so bad because she lost his son that he would look at it. Didn't promise that he would read it, but he would look through it. He thought that he'd skim through it and say, sorry about your son. He had talent, but the book, this wasn't his book. Or, this wasn't his book to get published. And he started reading it, and it was wonderful. It actually won the Pulitzer Prize early 70s. Confederacy of Dunces. I say that because I love the book. I only read it once, though. It's a book that was so good, so funny, um, that I just can't imagine reading it again. Maybe I will one day. Lonesome Dove, the greatest epic novel ever. 800 and some pages, I believe. Larry McMurtry, another Pulitzer Prize winning book. Every couple of years, I reread it. Isn't it funny how there are some things that stand so perfect in your mind that you can't imagine revisiting because it was so perfect? And then there's other books, movies, maybe a TV show that you just are so perfect, just as perfect as the other, that you want to rewatch it and rewatch it. Like Titanic, Moby Dick. Both of those are awesome movies. I don't think I'd watch Titanic again. I have multiple occasions watched Moulin Rouge. Doesn't mean that I don't love Titanic, but again, it's maybe it's because of the place and time that I saw it. Saw Titanic, and it was like my last year of drinking, and I sort of knew something was taking shape. I didn't know what. He says, Yogi, I think you made a list for me from your community. I could do something like that. Adam says, I think Richard Gere is probably one of the few people I couldn't look in the eye. Why is that? Because of his commitment to Tibetan Buddhism? The second Beetlejuice was great, if any hasn't seen it yet. I haven't. I did enjoy the first. I don't know that movie, Lee. Hey, Super Champion. Super Champion inspired me to get 10 chin ups today. He says, Yogi, you have listened to Gungella's Conquest of Paradise? I have not. Tell me about it, Lee. Rosie's going to be back. Yep, Richard Gere was in Pretty Woman. He says, he has a song. The video relates to Columbus embarking on a journey to discover the Americas. Champion says, fun fact, I started writing my very own book in the notes app on my phone a few months ago, and I finished 4 stories. That's awesome. Thus far, and writing the fifth, which is still in progress. And the end goal is 100. Well done. You know, our friend Michael up above, he's writing a book too. Cat says, Jack, don't let go. See, I could never write a script, something like that, because I'd always want to give it a happy ending. I'd want Jack to look up and say, okay, I will hold on for you. I will hold on for your sake. I won't let go. I like happy endings. Guys, don't take that the wrong way. Let's see. Hey, Super Champion. Super Champion says his book is What is the True Meaning of Strength? Right up your alley. You know, you can publish on Amazon. Champion says, how's everyone going, by the way? Good. Adam says, well, that is Super Champion writer. Adam says, I could always watch Mystery Men again. I don't know, Mystery Man. The key to writing, in my opinion, don't censor yourself. Don't try to make it good. If it has to be a stream of thought, do it stream of thought. Just let it all come out without even worrying about editing. Then go back. You can rewrite, you can edit, but all those key ideas, the themes that you want to get on paper or on a computer screen, however you do it. Adam says, no, the scene at the end of American Gigolo. Gotcha. And here I was thinking it was because he's a meditation master committed to Tibetan Buddhism. Michael's still working at chapter 4. We also have to cut Schindler's short. I can't handle the scene when he's talking about the watch. Could have saved 2 more. I can understand that. He says, Yogi, perhaps a shorter voyage, maybe 6 nautical miles. Um, there you go. A cruise. The Titanic cruise. It's a happy ending for everyone. Rosie says, okay, B, thanks for letting me know. Champion says, Jedi Master Yogi. What do you think of my book title being question? I like the fact that it's a question because it does leave something open to interpretation. If I'm not mistaken, uh, you're going to be fairly philosophical about it, which means a question is good. I don't know if people like to be told as something like that, as being led to something like that. And when you have a question, it keeps it open ended, meaning let me think about it. And then you give them things to think about. Champion says, I think 2025 might have been my year thus far. All of my achievements and skills I've developed this year. Nice, Champion. We got some unicorn vibes. Thank you, Lucy. He says, Yogi, I always liked Rose's sarcastic comment about Freud, and the owner says, is this a passenger? I don't remember that. I'm going to look for that on YouTube. I'm going to look for that clip. Champion says, yes, very philosophical. I'm not surprised. Am I growing up too fast? No, Champion, you're just being yourself. Hey, JR. JR says, so Yogi, how are you, my friend? Says, hi, Jim. Lisa says, so to JR. How's the training going, JR? Lisa says, hey, JR, good evening. So I wonder if Skits and Jace are going to do a live stream together. Rosie says, you all need unicorn vibes, love. Agreed, Rosie. Thank you for adding to it. T says, sorry, I stepped out. That's okay, T. Campy says, I think I'm becoming a different person this year, whose whole personality isn't about going to the gym anymore. Owie. I was going to mention that yesterday. We were talking about body images. I didn't fit it in. Was it yesterday? We're talking about changing body images. What it was like for me to go from a 215, 220-pound powerlifter down in just a few months to 150 pounds to prepare for a judo tournament. I trained for a long time to put size on, and I think it was to keep me distant from people, to keep me distant from myself. Nothing the matter with training to be bigger, but I forget which Greek philosopher, Sniper would know, an unexamined life is not worth living. Whoever asks themselves, why am I doing it? He says, I got my dumbbells out of the cupboard, Yogi. Yesterday, dusted them off, and now I'm exhausted. So that was an awful lot of dust. That's step one. He says, Lucy, yes, unicorn vibes is important. He says, Lee, just will have you working out soon. He's coming up. Michael says, I found the location that will finish up chapter 4, and it's going to be Eckley's Miners Village in Pennsylvania. Well, I'm not familiar with that. I'm going to look that up, Michael. Being born in Pennsylvania, it's my home state. My home state. It's a place I always loved visiting. I was born there. I moved back up there when I was 15 to live with some relatives. Ran wild. My family asked me to go back home. Politely, lovingly. Surprised the whole county didn't want to send me back. Surprised they all didn't pitch in. We'll pay for the bus fare. Crazy says, Lucy is the queen of unicorn. Absolutely. Kira says, how's your day been, Yogi? My day's been really good. It's hot. It's about 97 degrees here. Sorry, Lucy. You do not deserve that. You do not deserve that at all. He says, with Jace, look out. We gotta get you some kettlebells, Lee. He says, I was not giving unicorn vibes. I thought I never would be again. I'm glad that you are. Michael says, it's very interesting. I bet. Campy says, the first step I took towards my true mental transformation was, where'd that go? Definitely I cut off my fake friends roughly 11 months ago. What were the signs that they were fake friends? T, you'll recover everything. He says, T, you're still awesome regardless, and you'll get there. I want to see you in Curry House. Again, maybe next time Skits and I can join. Jippy says, Mi español es muy bien, pero it's not perfect. Your Spanish is muy bueno. It's okay, not perfect. Lee says, T, I met on a panel. Adam wants to know if you've ever seen a ghost, Michael. Adam says, I believe I heard a ghost. Recently? Michael says, once when he was a kid. He says, Lucy Hunt, as a female with trauma, it's hard to date, but I was seeking, it's not easy for any of us. I get hate because my four-wheel instead of relying on 2 feet. I'm sorry, Lee. Oh, I'm sorry, T. Adam says, my brother saw my great-grandmother the night she died. Campy says, oh, I'm sorry. T says, at least we will both find our dream partner one day. Campy says, well, firstly, they didn't actually respect me the same way I respected them. Furthermore, they enjoyed making fun of me. Yep, there you go, that red line. For my flaws and things I can't fix, and I personally can't handle that. There's no reason you should handle that. And it doesn't have to be in a, dramatic way. How dare you? It can just be with a smile and walk away. When I was young, I thought I saw my grandfather. I thought I saw a ghost of my grandfather. Lucas says I saw a man wearing a fedora in the back bedroom who I believe might have been the lead singer of the band because he passed away on my actual date of birth. He says, I know I will find a guy someday that won't make threats. Oh, definitely. I think guys that make threats are vast minority, as they should be. Actually, why does anyone think that that is even a viable option? Why is it a viable option? I'll find a guy that won't make threats, me playing with my lifeless body. It's such a weird comment. Saying they don't know where I live, they know where I live. He says, Yogi, have you made vegan flapjacks? I know you're fond of the oh. I have not. I have had them made for me though. Now you got me thinking, have I ever actually, me myself, have I ever actually made pancakes? I've had homemade pancakes. Have I ever actually made pancakes? I don't know. You would think that would be something that I know. Everyone should remember their first pancake, right? Their first homemade pancake. So here's what I would disagree with, Lucy. When you say anything is better than that, that's as bad as it gets. That is bad. And that is as bad as it gets. But don't make distinctions in bad. When you are looking for a loving relationship, never, if you ever find yourself thinking, well, he's not as bad, they're bad. There's no such thing as he's not as bad because there shouldn't be stages of bad in a relationship. Kat says, you can come make me pancakes. I'll eat them all. I'll eat them all. If I had a car, I would say, Kat, I'll be there in 9 hours and 14 minutes. He says, Yogi, you need to do a cooking video like Specs says with cooking. It would entirely be, this is me putting my oatmeal in the microwave. This is me stabbing my potato and putting it in a microwave. This is me judging my potato and then stabbing it and then putting it in the microwave. This is me putting rice and lentils in an Instant Pot and pressing a button. This is me putting spring mix and a big ass bowl and dicing up an apple. That would be it. Hey, Carl. Uncle says Exley's Miners Village is an old mining community that is supposed to be haunted by the miners. He passed away in the mine shaft. My grandfather worked in the mines. He quit school in fourth grade. His father died. Went to work in the mines. Fortunately, he, as he got older, got a job working in the mills, the steel mills outside of Pittsburgh, which is a good paying job back then. My dad said he used to often talk about the days before unions, how bad they were. Lucy says, "No, I need a man that will treat me right with respect and not try to make me feel awful." Agreed, 100%. That's why there can't be any stages of bad. That he's not as bad. There should only be great. Only great. This person makes me feel awesome. He says, "You'll get pancake video," but I just said I don't know if I've ever made pancakes before, and I definitely don't have pancake stuff. The vast majority of my pancakes were um, we'd always go out for pancakes on when we'd go to church, which wasn't all that often. You would think going to a Catholic school, but of course I went to church in a Catholic school. Uh, didn't often go with my parents. Occasionally, then we'd go out for pancakes. I could show you me making a bowl of oatmeal. I did a short little video of my oatmeal because we talked about it so often in my morning live streams. I'm doing good, Carl. Carl, how are you? So, Kat, I could come make you pancakes, and if you happen to come up here, I would take you out to my favorite vegan pancake place, Sunday brunch. Adam says, "Thought I'd add nothing real can be threatened or destroyed." It's a good addition to any. I like mini pancakes too, Rosie, because it makes me feel like a giant. I think of them as actual size pancakes. And then afterwards, people are like, "How many pancakes do you eat?" And I was like, 57. They're like, "Wow, that's a lot of pancakes." Cat says I might starve. Carl says, "Catholic school, I heard they beat kids in the past on occasion, but probably not as often as we think." I was smacked a couple times. I watched a friend of mine get fingernails in the back of his neck and draw blood from a nun. Cat, why would you starve? I would never let you starve. Hey, Kamari, how are you? Milka said the reason I thought that spirit I saw maybe the guy from the band is because I always had a strange connection to his music. What was that? What band, Michael? And it's not even my style. I think he might be my spirit guy. Carl said it's not good, but I'll get over it. I always do. What's not good, Carl? Can we help you? Adam says, Buddha says, desire brings suffering. However, enjoyment is fine. I think this principle applies to dating as essential. I'd agree. It's not so much being attached to that which brings us joy. Super Champion says, where's the goat, Anna? She was here earlier. Hi, Kay. Kay says, so you can chat. Kay, how are you? How's the garden today? He says, Kay Renee, been a while. How are you? Carl says, Glory, thanks. I sub back. Carl says, my demons are back. Yeah. What do you think about befriending those demons? Champion says, Anna is the best subscriber. Anyone can ask her. She's always showing support. Let's go. Hey, I agree. Lucy says, I don't do dating apps. I've gotten pretty lucky. I wonder if we just let the right people show up. There's a great line from the Course that says, seek and do not find. The number one rule in the spiritual game is be a perpetual seeker. Because if you keep seeking, the ego has something to do and it has a special identity. I'm chasing enlightenment. I don't have time for this other stuff. Chasing enlightenment. But it's the same in the corporate world. Seek promotion, but do not find. Always look for that higher, higher, higher. More money, more this. Look at Jeff Bezos. Look at Musk. They have enough money. Man, between the two of them, literally change the world. Literally feed every single starving person. Literally help end the homeless situation. But they're perpetually locked and striving for more and more and more. It's never enough. I don't want that to sound like a judgment. Maybe it is a little bit. But when is it ever enough? Say the same in relationships. It's just seeking after a relationship, and then you find someone, and you have that honeymoon period, and then you settle in, and you're like, oh, maybe this isn't it. Seek and do not find. But man, the right person can show up where you're not even looking. I think that's the way to do it. Because when we're seeking in a relationship, then we're in a position of need and we are demonstrating neediness. What we attract is someone else with need and neediness. So we're always on lookout. Is this person fulfilling my needs? Never ever taking ownership for our own needs. Oh, Cripple Creek, the band. Gotcha. Um, Two of them passed away. The drummer, Levon Helms. Are you thinking of Levon Helms? Oh, Richard Manuel. I'm sorry, I should have just kept reading. Big fan of the band. I thought about singing The Weight sometime. Maybe Adam and I can sing The Weight together. Anyway, that's my take on relationships. He says it's nice to take your time and get to know someone, especially with children involved. Look at the Damien Bendy case. Don't know that. In the UK, so many red flags. Red flags. Yeah, I wasn't addressing you particularly, Lucy. Coach says, I think about the future a lot. I never wanted to live a simple working life, but as time goes, I realized that there's no escape. What do you want, Carl? What life do you want? Wonderful book by the Tibetan Buddhist teacher Pema Chardran, The Wisdom of No Escape. What are you escaping from? Kay says, you always have a great conversation, Yogi. Thank you, Kay. It was great catching your live stream. One of my favorite things, hanging out in Kay's garden. Oh, you're talking to Bumblebee and Rosie. Gotcha. Gotcha, Lucy. Adam says, Carl, I wish you would hang out with me for a day. I embrace the unsuccessful, unprepared for retirement me. You know what, uh, Adam? You and I are kindred spirits in so many ways. He says, I did see a drop dead sexy nurse about 48 hours ago. Experimented in my bed for him. Kemp says, I once had a serious, where'd that go? Legitimate crush on a girl in school, but unfortunately, I didn't have the courage to tell her my true feelings at that specific moment where we were alone without distractions. I've been in that situation when I was younger. Michael says, Yoga, I have two streams lined up as of Tuesday. On Tuesday, my friend Jonathan Kuhn and I are going to have a fifth episode of Whispers from the Past Paranormal Podcast. Awesome, Michael. If you have them lined up, always feel free to drop the link in every and any live stream. Hey, wait a minute. T says she's over the hill. If you're over the hill, that means the hill isn't even in sight any longer for me. That means I'm over the hill and miles away. Looking back, thinking, man, what happened to that damn hill? And why was it so hard to get over? Crazy says, Lee, you made my day better. Carl says, now that I have more free time, I'm thinking more. I know that if I keep myself busy with good things, I won't have time to think about the stupid things. I sort of agree. You know what, though? It's okay to think about stupid things. But when I talk to people about diet or quitting a bad habit, I seldom ever talk about quitting stuff. If you want to lose weight, if you want to get in better shape, if you want to get better health, then don't worry about dropping all the bad stuff yet, but add in some good stuff. Could be one little thing at a time, one bowl of oatmeal at a time, one salad at a time, half a cup of your favorite legume at a time. The more you start doing that and you start enjoying it and you see the results, the bad stuff falls away completely on its own. If you want to quit smoking, start walking, even start running. You'll find the addictive quality of running, and you start thinking, man, if I don't smoke today, I wonder if I could run a little bit farther, exercise a little longer. Above all, meditate. A serious commitment to meditation without missing a day. Your life will change. Everything that you don't want in your life now will be dropped out of your life. I promise that. Relationships that aren't working for you will drop away. New relationships will come into your life. Zero effort. Bad habits will start to fall. New habits that support that healthy mindset will come into play. I promise you. It happened with me. And I've taught countless people how to meditate through the years. It happens with them. But only when it's a serious commitment and you're meditating correctly, you're not visualizing, You're not. You don't want to strive in your meditation. You want to meditate. You want to be. So I uh, Mahesh Yogi Marshi, founder of Council on Meditation, his book, um, The Way of Being, Effortless Being. But sadly, most people don't stick with it, or it's not a commitment. They meditate when they think they have time. I'll meditate a little bit here. They bargain. If I meditate, if I skip it this morning, I promise that I'll meditate twice as long tomorrow, or I add in an extra session tomorrow. I meditate 3 times tomorrow. And then, of course, that's the return that you get from your investment. Everyone's life can change in an instant as you meditate, as you start to view the thoughts that you're thinking. Emerson said that the ancestor of every action is a thought. Every action is what has shaped your life so far. So all of it has happened through a thought. Imagine if you recognized your thoughts and you thought, well, this thought isn't serving me. Imagine that. She says, I was on the call to Yogi doing breath work, and I opened my eyes, and he stood there. So that's why you hung up on me. At the end of my bed, and the press, I have Yogi guiding my breath work. Definitely made a good impression. I'm glad I could help, T. It was funny, because we were doing breath work, and T goes, gotta go. He quit talking. I gotta go. Hey, Petrus. One day they will speak of a nation that reclaimed what I had always rightfully been, its own. It's my homeland, Hungary. Hey, my grandmother on my mom's side was Hungarian. I believe she was born in Hungary, but came over as a baby. Ellis Island. Sabo, the last name. Welcome in from Hungary, my friend. So we're going to wrap things up in just a minute. Hey, Bob. Bob, nice to see you. I was talking about you yesterday. I was talking about my favorite fishing channels. Bob is the one that any fishing friend that I have, it's because of Bob. Hey, guys. Guys says, big love, Eric, Carl, everyone. Welcome in, my friend. Sorry I missed some comments today, guys. How's it feel? Yogi? To be over the hill? Sorry I missed that comment. Oh, was it a good time to dream stop? Everyone always has dreams. Not everyone always remembers their dream, but it is an essential state of consciousness. And it's natural if you don't always remember them. If you were to set the intent before you went to bed that tonight I will remember my dreams, you'll start remembering them again. And you can even say, tonight I will remember my dreams and I will look for a symbol that I am dreaming, which is the first precursor to Tibetan dream yoga. Or we can just say dream yoga. Kay says, I appreciate you and the crew stopping by, Yogi. Absolutely, Kay. And it says, I was watching Joe doing his 150 burpees. Nice. All right, again, I apologize, guys. I was not a great host today. I was all over the place. Super Champion says it's Yogi's birthday. It is not Yogi's birthday. Bob's happy birthday. Bob's getting me in trouble. We went through a long phase where every day was my birthday. Thank you, Super Champ. I got the guess to that. All right. I got a few things. Sorry, I didn't mean to clap so loud. I startled myself. Rosie says, happy 60. I don't want to be 61. Jeez, I'm not even used to being 60 yet. His birthday was in April. Oh man, Rosie she just added a year. No wonder I'm tired. No wonder I need an extra nap today. She says, Yogi, let's play Nightmare for the whole birthday saga. Yes, it was definitely Nightmare. Solar flares and Mercury are playing up, causes confusion and tech issues. Thanks, guys. Adam says, I always said that I was the abstract end of the dental world. I never had to smell anyone's breath. Champion says, and Yogi, you're always an amazing host. Thank you, Champion. Rosie says, laughing, you guys made my day. Thank you all. You're welcome, Rosie, and thank you for helping making my day as well. I like these live streams where it's just easy and casual. We do talk about some important things, but we also have fun. Movies, books, music. Throwing out hints for Adam to come up and sing the band with me. The wait. Carl says, Fishy always complains about that. He says, Rosie, it was a great to chit chat. Missed you. Hey, Adam, have you gotten certified? I have gotten certified. I don't do it often. She says, Yogi, we talk about all sort of things like teabag. Hey, I was not responsible for that conversation. Rosie says, miss you too, B. All right, guys. I'm going to see everyone later. 5:25 to be exact. And who knows? Maybe we'll have another great conversation. Maybe we'll even sing tonight. We might. Carl's laughing. All right. See you guys.